Specialist here for InsideTrackNews.com. I'm here at Sauble Speedway, dodging raindrops with primetime Josh Stade, who, oh, by the way, happens to be your current Sauble Speedway late model points leader by a single marker, by 1 point.
That's nothing.
God damn, that sounds tight, though.
Oh, it sounds
1
tight.
point over over the New Age Punisher, Jason Parker, who really has been the man around here for a long time. I mean, but you don't look worried at all. You don't look intimidated at all. Walk me through this. Now, how many nights do we have to go? Three? Three points nights?
3 nights.
3 points nights to go at Sauble. Yeah. 1 point ahead of Parker. I mean, put me in Josh Stade's shoes right now, man.
It's not his time. It's my time. It's prime time.
It's prime time. I mean, do you feel like has this been your breakout year?
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, I got a race win over at Sunset. I never would have dreamed of getting another win at another track, and it happened first night out. So, I don't know. Everyone seems to think that we're making huge power. We're not making huge power at all. We're getting through the ends. I mean, I got Brian Mack behind us, and I took the whole week off work this week because this beat the heat race meant everything to me. I wanted to win this race. I was the quickest in practice. I mean, we're working hard for everything we're getting. It's not coming easy to us by any means, but I just working hard every night in the shop.
Now, you recently had engine troubles, which I mean, I think a lot of people thought might be enough to take you out of the championship hunt completely.
Yeah.
And then you couldn't get your motor back in time. You missed the dash for cash, and a lot of people, you were hearing all these whispers, people wondering, well, if his motor's not ready on Wednesday, is it going to be ready for Saturday? Can he make it back out? And you had someone step up to help you out. Yeah. Tell me the story about that. I mean, how did that all come to pass? How did you end up in Tim Schreinert's number 88?
I can't, I don't know. We were hoping to have our motor back in time. It never happened. But I talked to Tim after the Dash for Cash, and he was nice enough. Him and his whole crew. I mean, I can't even thank the guys enough for everything they did. Tim, after racing the Dash for Cash, unhooked his trailer. I hooked my truck up to it, gave me the trailer, gave me his tools, gave me everything. Said, here you go. You know, I want you to stick in the points. I'm tired of seeing these guys win the championship. I want to see a new face win the championship. I want to see a young guy win the championship. You guys have been working hard, blah, blah, blah. So that's how it went on. He was nice enough to give me the car. I scaled it. I tested with it. I don't know. I can't thank the guys enough. Donnie and Andy Butchert and Tim, the guys, they came out. They supported me 100%. And they did what the car did what it had to do. It kept me in the points, you know, whether it's 1 point ahead or a couple points behind. I'm in the points because of those guys. They stepped up and said, here's the car, here you go.
Do you feel as though from a fan perspective, from someone that follows racing at Sauble, that it's necessary to have a new face at the top of the division?
I think so. I mean, and I'm not going to say this in a rude way, but I think some people are tired of seeing the same guy win and win and win. They want to see a new face to the podium. And I got to be completely honest with you. When I say I want to win this championship, I'm looking at my next year and what I'm going to do. If I win the championship, I'm going to focus on invitationals and the APC series. That's what I'm looking at. I've got my championship. And for my dad's sake, he's put so much into this, I can't even explain to you what this guy does for me. He has given me unreal opportunities that I am so thankful for. He stands behind me 100%. If the car's good, if it's bad, it doesn't matter. He's behind me 100%. And for his sake, I hope we win the championship because that's something that he's never done in a late model. And that is something that would mean a lot more to me, getting him a championship than actually winning the championship.
I think you see a lot of guys when they're young and they're making their first real push for a championship, and it gets to their head, and not in an egotistical way, but really in a pressure way. You see guys start to drive a little bit different, maybe drive a little bit worse, maybe they don't have the focus that they used to. I mean, you get that idea of, you know, I'm so many points ahead, so I need to finish so many positions ahead of this guy, and you just get all wrapped up in it. It doesn't seem to me like that's the case with you. How are you able to stay so cool under pressure when you're only 3 races away from something you've worked so hard for?
At first, it was a little pressure. You know, we're the points leader. We gotta be conservative. We gotta do well. Blah blah blah. But when we continue on, we want to win championships, but when we set our sights on what we were doing this year, we wanted to win races. That's what we were set out to do. And in 4 starts, we had 2 wins. That was fantastic, and that hasn't changed. We still want to win races. We want to win a championship by all means, absolutely. But we're not coming out here to finish 3rd to be conservative. If we got a car that's going to win, we're going to go for the win. So I don't know. We re-clipped the car. Everyone seems to think that this 17 car has more power than blah blah blah, but we're getting through the ends. I mean, I'm up here Wednesday nights. I'm testing. I'm up here Thursday night. I rented the track. I brought 2 cars out. 1 car I wasn't comfortable with. Timmy's. He said, go test, blah blah blah, and I tested with it. We finished 6th, whatever. We stayed in the points, but we're up here. We're working our ass off. That's all that I can say to these guys. They seem to think that we're making unreal power, but we're testing. We're making our cars better. We're getting through the corners. That's what we're doing. We just want to win races. That's all we're looking at. And at first when we were in the points thing, I said, we got to be conservative. We're the points leader, blah blah blah. But a couple weeks ago, I said to my guys, we got to get away from that. We got to stop being conservative. We got to go for everything we are. If we're gonna have any luck at all, we just got to go for it. And we want to win more races. We don't want to finish 2nd because it's the points thing. We want to win the race. We want to get a checkered flag. That's what we're out here to do. That's what we're here to do. We want to win races.
On the way into this interview, I saw you stop. Jason Parker stopped you in the campground.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if this was supposed to be put out there for the world, but I'm putting it out there right now because I think the fans should know this because this makes it a lot interesting.
Bring it.
A lot more interesting. He stopped you, and he sort of said, hey, grab that steering wheel, pull your belts tight. It's just sort of telling you that you're in the deep water now, and you're maybe at a point where you've never been before. You've never been in the hunt for a championship with 3 nights to go. Parker, to his credit, I mean, he's here almost every year. He knows what it takes. He knows what you need to do, and he was so confident that he might be able to rattle your cage a little bit that he put a little bit of a wager down. Tell me about that.
Okay, we put $100 down cash. Who wins a championship? And he's been ever since I started racing. I used to help him with this pro late down in Delaware, and ever since I started in late model, he played this whole intimidating role. He is a big dude. I'm not gonna lie about that. But he plays this whole intimidating game, I'm gonna rattle your blah blah blah. I can move you over just as easy as you can move me over. I'm not worried about if I got a fast car, I'm gonna get to you, I'm gonna move you over, 100%. If I got a shot at the lead and I'm gonna win the race, why wouldn't I? I'm not gonna bow down because you're a little bigger than me. It doesn't scare me at all anymore. It used to, but I've got past that. And
everybody weighs the same in the race car.
100%. Yeah. You're racing the best against the best. If you got to move the best of the best out of the way, you're going to do it because you want to beat that guy.
In your opinion, is Jason Parker the best of the best right now? At Sauble.
At Sauble, he's consistent here. I'm not going to lie about that. He's had a lot of phenomenal runs. He's very good at staying clean. He's won championships in the past. I'd say, he is probably the guy to beat up here. But it doesn't scare me by any means. I'll move him over to take the lead. You might very well have to do that. These next 3 weeks are going to be intense. They're going to be crazy. And I don't think either one of you is ready to back down, which is going to make it that much better for all these fans. I mean, I'm telling you, if you're watching this interview right now, if you can make it to Sauble for these 3 points nights, you need to be here because there's this friendly rivalry is starting to jump off a little bit. It's starting to get a little bit nuts. I can't wait to see how it turns out. You're not going to be able to do it without all the people behind the scenes, the marketing partners that get you to the track. Go ahead and show some love to the folks that make all this a reality. I can't thank my parents is the biggest thing. I can't thank them enough. My dad, my mom, they support me 100%. They're behind me. A couple weeks ago, Jason and I had the chance to sit down beside the campfire, and he looked at me and he said, you're doing what everyone wants to do. Your dad supports you 100%. You're racing. You don't have any kids. You want to race every race you can. You're doing everything you want to do. Blah blah blah. And I said, yeah, but I'm working hard for it. We're working hard. We're in the shop every night, and there's my good buddy Jason Jarvis. I can't thank him enough. He's on board 100%. He's the guy to answer to. You need a tool, you need a note, you need this, you need that. Everyone behind this team is doing something. Jeff Hewell, he does enough for me. Like Brad Weller, he's always there. Just all my crew guys. Mike Walsh, he's a spotter, and yeah, I'm very thankful from where I came from. I'm very thankful that I have the opportunity to race what I do. You know, if my racing progressed somewhere and went bigger, that'd be fantastic. If it didn't go anywhere and we were stuck here racing late model at Sauble Speedway every weekend, I'm content with doing that because I'm surrounded by so many great people, and they're making it happen for me. So yeah, I'm very thankful for my family, where we came from. You know, we didn't come from a lot of money. We worked hard for where we came from, and I think a lot of people look past that, but we've worked hard to get to where we are, and we work hard to stay where we are, and they're with me 100%. My loud girlfriend Bailey, she's behind me 100%, always supporting me, eating beef on a bun like I wish I was right now. But yeah, I gotta thank my sponsors. They do a lot for me. Between the two cars, we did fantastic. We have Flow Enterprises with the Pro Late Model, Barclay Wholesale, Freiberger Communications, Ken's Truck Painting, Upper Canada Title on both cars, EPC Auto Parts on both cars, MEI Paving on both cars. Nickel Insurance stepped up to the plate and they helped us out phenomenal. Great job. Tire Master, they helped us out. They get us to the track every week, and everyone that makes it possible, I can't thank them enough. I'm very grateful for where I came from.
There you go, folks. And follow Stade Motorsports on Facebook for all the updates and videos and future pressers and all that, and to follow this crazy battle because it's gonna get nuts. And follow them on Twitter at Primetime Stade. How many followers are we up to on Twitter?
I don't even know.
What are we chasing right now? Like, what do we want to get?
Do you want me to look?
Look right now.
Okay.
We'll wait.
Just give me 5 seconds.
Hold on a second.
Girls are loud.
Because we got to set like a, where do we want to be by autumn colors?
Autumn colors? We want to be a lot. That's what
we want more.
I want more. What do we
You probably have more than me by now.
I got almost 400 followers.
So do we want to get the 400 by autumn colors or 450? We want to get the 450.
Even more than that, I'd rather have more Stade Motorsports followers on my Facebook page.
There you go. Go follow both of them. Go like Stade Motorsports on Facebook. Follow at Primetime Stade on Twitter. Josh, all the best. Best of luck to you. I'm going to check back in with you in a couple of weeks, and you tell me how this battle's going with Jason Parker because I want to see who goes home with this $100 cash.
Absolutely.
All right, my man. Well, best of luck, and thank you for the time.